my favorite plants have to be like in the way. There we go. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time to talk about my favorite plants for April. So I have 3 plants to mention today. I know not a ton of them, but these few plants have just been like catching my eye throughout the month. So I have the 3 plants to show you, and then I have something I think it's super exciting and fun that I'm doing for May that I want to tell you about that I'm doing on my channel. So the first plant I want to show you is this alocasia maharani. I've had this for a long time and I feel like I never ever talk about it. And I don't know why that is. I think because it just kind of sits there and lives its life. I've had this for a long time and I have never really talked about it. It's definitely the easiest alocasia that I have. It doesn't really want anything from me. I have it sitting right there on the table. It gets really good light, especially nice afternoon light. And it's always growing a new leaf. The leaves are absolutely beautiful. They're really thick and they feel like succulent-y. They're super textured, just really, really, really beautiful. And this is the easiest one I have. I don't know why. It never dies. Leaves never fall off. Now that I'm saying all these things, guess what's gonna happen? The plant's like, oh, you think I'm easy, huh? The plant never loses a leaf, never has a pest. It just sits there and enjoys life. It's the best plant ever. It's super easy. Like I said, definitely my easiest one. I would like to repot it because I really don't like looking at the soil that's in here. It's the same soil that it was in when I bought the plant. And I feel like it could go for a little bit of a refresh and adding something nice and fresh in there. But it's been doing great in this soil, so I'm almost afraid to even switch it out. And now that I'm talking about repotting it, what do you think about repotting videos? Because I always like to make videos that I would want to watch, and I don't like watching repotting videos, but let me know what you think about them, because I have a few plants I do want to repot now coming up in May, and if you would like to watch it and watch me repot them, maybe I'll find something interesting to talk about. Let me know what you think though, because, you know, I'll do it if you want to watch it, but I don't know. But anyway, first plant I want to mention, alocasia maharani, just such a great set it and forget it plant. But although, you know, plants are different for everybody, someone else might find this to be the most difficult alocasia in the world. But for me, it just kind of sits there and hangs out, and it's super easy going, and it's always growing, always looking beautiful. I mean, look how big that leaf is. It's awesome. I love this plant so much. And I actually got this at Lowe's. I think it was like $11 when I got it. And it's just been a great, awesome, amazing plant ever since. And I think I got it sometime last year, maybe. It's a great plant. The next one I want to mention is this little cutie here. So this is a fern of some sort. I don't know. I want to guess it's a Boston fern just because it has that kind of look to it. And although this plant looks little, this is my longest living fern. This is the fern that I've had the longest. It's still alive and it's filling out. I picked it up the other day and I was like, this plant looks bigger. Like, it just looks a lot fuller on the top, and it's in this cute little pot that says give yourself time to grow. Like, if that ain't the most perfect pot for this plant. I feel like the only reason this plant is still alive is because it wants to be alive. I bought this, well, this plant was in a pot that I only purchased for the pot. It was on clearance. I want to say Lowe's. Lowe's is the only place that puts stuff on clearance, I think. It was like a mixed arrangement with a bunch of dead plants in it, and the pot, it was on clearance, but this was the only one that looked kind of alive, and I had just pulled all the stuff out and was going to throw it away, and I felt so bad in the backyard seeing a pile of soil with a bunch of dead plants, and this one that still had some love to give, and I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So I pulled out the plant from the dirt and I potted it in here, and I've been taking care of it ever since, just because I don't know, I didn't know what else to do with it, and it's doing so well. This is actually one that I always forget is a fern, because I think it also forgot it was a fern, because it's been doing great. It never dies, and this is actually the fern that made me think for some reason that I could take care of ferns. This is the one, because I was like, well, I'm taking care of that one that has 5 stems so well, I bet I could buy 20 ferns and take care of them perfectly. And that has not been the case. I want to do a fern collection video for May because I think it would just be hilarious. And yeah, this is the one that made me think that. But no, taking care of this tiny little fern in his little tiny ceramic pot is not the same as taking care of a big giant fern. It's not the same. All of them have died, but this little guy lives on. He lives on. And speaking of ferns, my other favorite, and this is like the ugliest plant ever, but it's genuinely a favorite, so I want to show you. Okay, This is, I don't remember the name of this one. It's this really beautiful one that has these cool looking leaves. That's kind of loud. I don't remember the name of it. But this one, I almost got rid of too. I should cut off this ugly leaf, huh? But there is new growth in here. I mean, it's tiny, but it's there. And there's a bunch of little green stems popping out. So I think this plant might make a comeback. I mean, it's gonna take a long time. Who am I kidding? But I'm so, look how ridiculous I look going, I'm so excited about this plant. And it's like hanging out of the pot and the leaves are all dead. I gotta keep it real, gotta keep it real. I am excited about this plant, okay? And his new little growth. I always find it interesting, like the plants that I will hang on to when they have a new growth, but there's other ones that I'm like, ugh, get this out of my house. It's weird, but that one I do want to hang on to because he's cute. Okay, my last plant favorite is this peace lily. I don't remember the name of it. I had the label on here and I took it off and I wish I didn't. Mystery something. It's mystery or mist. Platinum mist. I knew I would get it. Okay, this peace lily caught my eye because it's a peace lily and I'd never seen it before. And I feel like you can't go wrong with the peace lily, right? This plant has exploded. I want to say this has doubled or tripled in size since I got it. I want to say I've had this about a month and it is freaking humongous now. It put out this big old flower recently and I picked it up earlier today and I was like, that can't be the same plant, but it is. It's really beautiful. It just has like this little grayish kind of like something going on with the leaves, like a little bit of, I wouldn't call it variegation. I guess you can. You can say whatever you want. It looks kind of like a xanthosoma leaf, doesn't it? Not really, but I think it does. Anyway, it's got this really cute like gray silver look to the leaves here. And this one has just exploded with growth and I love it. It sits on my front table and it's just like a big centerpiece right there. And I know people for some reason hate on peace lilies because they're dramatic, but I think it's great that they're like that because they let you know when they need water without getting all crispy. Like a fern needs water and it won't just wilt, it'll get crunchy and the leaves will die. This one just wilts and it will pop back up. So I love peace lilies and I love that they show you when they're thirsty. So those are my plant favorites for the month. I just love this. I mean, look how cute. I love him. Anyway, the other thing I want to tell you about is something I'm doing for May. I'm doing a little project here on my channel and in my life. I'm going to be doing a couple things. So one, I'm doing a no-buy. I know. I'm going to do a houseplant no-buy for May, and I'll explain it in the first video that's going to go up on May 1st. I'll explain why and what came to me and why I feel like I should do a no-buy. And it's not because I'm buying too many plants. It's definitely not that, like I mean that. It's some other reason. But I'm going to talk about that in the first video. I'm doing a no-buy. I'm also doing a video every single day. I have the whole month of videos planned. If you have any ideas for me, plants you want me to feature, things you want me to talk about, let me know. I can definitely try to work that into the month. But I'm going to be doing a video every single day, a no-buy, and I'm kind of dubbing the month Houseplant Appreciation Month and really just focusing on what we have and not constantly feeling like we have to get the next plant. And okay, let me just tell you what inspired me. So I had bought a couple plants online and normally when I open the box, I like sit down, I open it, I pick out all the stuff and I try to make it like a special thing because the plants are special, right? Like I picked it out, it's shipped to my house, it's here, it's a living thing and it's special. So I try to make it a special occasion when I open it. This box arrived and I just cut the box. I was standing up in my work clothes at the kitchen counter. I ripped the box open, I pulled the stuff off and I set them down. And I felt the excitement for those plants go away in like a second. Like I want to say 5 seconds later, I was like, well, when can I get the next plant? Like I wasn't even excited about them. And I've been thinking about that moment for the last couple of weeks. And I thought, you know what? I need to take a step back, take a pause, focus on what I have and really appreciate the plants I've been buying and focus on them each and make them all feel special like they once did when I first bought them, you know? So that's what inspired me. That's going to be the focus of the month. I have a ton of videos planned, but let me know if you have any ideas or plans you want me to feature, things you want me to talk about. I will try to fit that in. But that is it. That is my favorites video for April and my exciting little announcement for May. Hopefully you're excited. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the videos. I will be putting one up every single day. that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what some of your houseplant favorites were, different things you loved this month. I would love to know. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.